You're so cool. You're just like.
I definitely. You are like one of the top like 5 people who heard the most about this. Yeah. That I was gonna do this.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
So I know. It's exciting. Nerve-wracking, and I just like launched the page or whatever on Wednesday, which by the way, that's a significant day because 11 years ago on the 25th, One Direction broke up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Or I guess Zayn left One Direction.
That was a pivotal moment.
Yeah, and then 6 years ago, I came home early from my mission. So March 25th has always been like a bad omen day for me, and I said, I'm changing that. I'm launching my podcast, and so if it
changing the narrative.
Yeah, if it's horrible, actually, I could be like, well, it's because of the day, not because of me.
There you go.
So I had like a good.
It's not gonna be horrible. So
I had a backup plan.
Yeah.
But I've had really positive like responses. Everyone has been really nice. So I want to talk about how we met. And I want to talk about the beginning stages of our friendship. Because I think it's foundational for even who we are as people.
Wait, how long have we been friends?
Since the 7th grade. So 13 years.
That's crazy.
After next year, we'll be friends for longer than we haven't been friends. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll have known each other for longer than we have known each other.
That's so fun.
That is. And you're still my best friend.
Of course.
And I think
it's good to have friends that see me through all the phases, all the weirdness, and
yeah. What's funny is like, for the most part, people know who you are because I'm still friends with like a lot of people we went to high school and stuff with. But people who don't know you as well, I'm like, oh, Kinsey, the bangs and the glasses. Like, oh yeah.
My signature.
They like know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, oh, Zoe Deschanel.
I'm like, I had to stop wearing glasses because I always got the, oh my gosh, you look like Jess from New Girl, and I was like, okay.
Like, I'm Kinsey.
You have my own identity.
Yeah, that's funny. Do you wear contacts then, or are you blind?
I'm just blind.
You always do that.
I know. When I drive, I have to wear glasses. So
everywhere else, she's just like, you know, like Ariana Grande.
People are always like, I always tell people, I'm like, if you see me in public and I glare at you, it's because I didn't see you, not because I'm not trying to be rude. I just RBF.
I quite literally can't see you.
Yeah.
And naturally, my face goes. Do you remember of course you remember. We talked about this the other day. In junior high, our Wattpad phase.
Oh, of course. It's like pivotal to my development.
So, for those of you who don't know, Wattpad is... What is Wattpad? It's a
fanfiction platform, right? But I don't know what it is now because I haven't been on it in so long.
Well, I think at least once a year I re-download it to get like the raw feeling of after, the book after.
Of course.
If not once a year, like at least every other year. Because they like need that like feeling of being 13 again and reading Harry Styles fanfic. But yeah, Wattpad is like this platform. I don't think you can, it's only for fan fiction though. I think you can write like any kind of books, but that's what we were reading.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I always thought it was like a fan fiction platform, but I think they've grown too. Yeah. Because I watched those movies the other day. Yeah. The After movies, wow, those are so bad. Love them. Like it's a good time, but they're bad. Yeah. And they're not anything like the books. The books,
the original books. It's Harry Styles, who's like the love of my life, obviously, of course, still to this day. But Harry Styles is like this. What is he like? I wouldn't say emo, but like. He's covered in tattoos and he's really like aggressive and mean. Yeah. And he has a bad, like the polar opposite of who Harry Styles is in real life.
As a person, yeah.
And he like falls in love with this like prissy, preppy girl. And it's like the most toxic relationship I've ever encountered in my entire life. And me and you at 13 are eating it up.
Of course. Yes.
Absolutely. There's like 4 books.
Yeah. I think there's 4.
And I think we were like the number 1 readers.
Oh, 100%. When that book got published and was at Barnes & Noble,
yeah,
I was there. I was there opening day.
Wasn't that high school when they finally we were in high school?
I think it was junior high.
Still? Wow.
I don't know. It was, yeah.
It
was high school.
I have a book. I don't think it's out here. It is. It's that pink one right there, Night Shift.
Yeah.
That one, it has a little W on the bottom. It started off as a Wattpad book. It's not a fan fiction. It's just like a regular one. And I remember reading that on Wattpad. And then when it came out, I was like, I loved that book.
Yeah,
it's so good. Obviously, that you have to change some of the like wording for like when you publish it. to make it good.
Yeah, well, duh.
But
yeah, and also I can't read a single book now that isn't like some form of toxic relationship, unfortunately. So it's just ruined me forever.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's created a monster in me. Like, look at all these books. Like, I feel like I like to read before.
Yeah.
But once I got into, like, romance, and I really liked fantasy in junior high, I hate it now. But once I got into, like, romance stuff, that's all I want to read. Mm-hmm. Like, I like the dystopian stuff with, like, Hunger Games. Like, The Fault in Our Stars is a romance with stuff like that. Divergent, I have those. Yeah. Like, those were good, but nothing compared to, like...
Yeah, if it doesn't have romance in it, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want to read it. Yeah. I feel like, in a way, that was our sex ed as children. Because no one taught us anything about sex, about intercourse, about the relations between man and woman, or not man and woman, like anything at all. And these books like opened the door for me. And I wonder sometimes why like my mother wasn't more aware of the content
I think about it. I'm like, how did I even have access to Wattpad? Like, where was it? I guess it was just on my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I was pretty monitored, like restricted. Yeah. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch like SpongeBob or like certain Nickelodeon shows because they were inappropriate. And so then it's like, how did I go from that to having access to something like Wattpad? I don't know, but
I think your parents probably saw it because I wonder the same thing. Your parents, of all parents, like would monitor the content on your phone. Todd and Angie, shout out. But I feel like they probably just saw like reading application. They're like, oh, she's reading.
I actually, do you remember when my parents made me go to a therapy session because I was just at home reading so much? About you're in your room reading, and I'm like, well, thanks for telling me I'm a loser. I have friends.
And when we're
I remember.
I don't think you ever told me that.
Yeah, they just picked me up one day. I was playing with my sister, like, because I was young. I probably just early teens, and we were just hanging out, like, outside doing something, and my dad comes and he's like, yeah, we're gonna go to this appointment. So I get in the truck, go to the appointment with him. They drop me off there, and it's this lady, and she's totally like a therapist, and she's like trying to talk to me, and she's like, she gave me, I remember, like a water bottle with some herbs in it. Oh, I don't know.
They were drugging you.
Yeah, it was weird. She's like, anyways,
to loosen you up.
Yeah, I remember leaving the appointment and being like, did you guys just make me go to therapy? Like, and not tell me like what was going down? Like, they just dropped me off. They're like, here you go.
They left you there?
Yeah, no, they didn't tell me what the appointment was. No, because it was just like supposed to be a private,
Yeah.
So no, and so my mom was like, well, if you ever feel like going back, like if you want to do it again, then let me know. And I was like, no, you guys are no.
That's actually fucking insane.
So now we wonder why I don't want to go to therapy, even though I need it.
Which is crazy because I don't think I would have pegged your parents as people who would want you to do therapy anyway.
Yeah,
because I feel like now they'd be against it.
I have no idea, but they don't seem like therapy people, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was interesting. They must have been really worried about me.
So
there you go.
Which is so funny because you're the child they probably should be least worried about. Well, in some cases.
Yeah. That's why I tried to stay under the radar.
You said after that.
After that, no, I can't cause any problems.
That's actually
so crazy. Yeah. Anyways.
I don't think you ever told me that. That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's such a like Gen X parent thing to do. I'm just gonna pick up my kid and drop them off at therapy and see what they say.
See what they do.
To this random person.
Yeah, see how they handle it. Oh yeah, Wattpad. That was. I mean, I remember when I had the like, I don't know what you call it, the sex talk or whatever. My dad.
Did you have an actual sex talk?
I had an actual sex talk.
Lucky.
My dad took us to Disneyland. And we were on the drive to Disneyland. He was like, it was me, my brother, and my dad. He was like, okay, I need to give you this talk because mom's going to kill me if I don't do it. And so he told us about it, and it was very, I don't know what the word would be, like, not anatomical, but like biological. It was just very sciencey. Yeah. It was like, this is how a baby is made, blah, blah, blah. This is a boy's body and a girl's body, and that was it. So and I just remember sitting in the back of the car like, little does he know that I've been reading. I know. I already know what this is, Dad. It's okay.
And I'm sure Caleb did too.
Oh, sure.
And not from reading, but like from the world.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. It must have traumatized him because he never gave the sex talk to my sister. So.
Oh, Abby.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Poor thing.
Zoe's even more screwed. She's gonna.
Good luck to her.
Oh my gosh! I would never. Were you and Caleb just in the back, like silent?
Yeah, it was so awkward. It was so awkward. Yeah.
Because doing that at the same time as your older brother, I feel like it's crazy.
No, crazy. Yeah. I blocked it. I tried to block most of it out.
And see, in my family, we didn't do sex talks. Mm-hmm. My siblings became sexually active young, and I'm still a virgin. Like, I just had no, I guess, prospects, so that wasn't an issue for me. But like, I remember being like 14, and my mom just like already like the innuendos were already coming in, and the jokes from my siblings, and they were probably not having sex, but having those conversations with their friends, and I was just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, I remember one time I had a friend text me, and she was like, so-and-so said that, I can't remember. So-and-so said that they hope I give a blowjob to a cactus. And I was like, what's a blowjob? I was like, and I'm probably 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And Bree, my younger sister, comes up. She goes, Mercy, don't say that. Like, I'm the little sibling. And I was like, well, what is it?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
And so she tells me what it is. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
People are doing that? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, this is... And so phrases like that, like not even accurate biologically or like anything accurate representations of like sex were ever taught to me. And then I started reading books and I was like, well, if you hate each other, you sleep together.
Yeah.
And so that's like the basis of like intimate relationships. And then I grew up and, you know, not through my own trial and error, but like watching things and just seeing how the world works. I was like, oh, like a good sexual relationship is like supposed to be healthy and like happy and like communicative. And I still don't think I have like a, like, not an understanding, but an example of that. Like,
me neither.
I think that's
it's weird. Yeah. So
who would have thought frat boy Harry Styles would be who taught me and you about sex?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Not even him, poor guy. He's probably like in the world.
Sometimes I think about those celebrities that have so much fan fiction written about them. They're probably just like, I don't know if they're weirded out or they just have to like not even think about it. But yeah,
like Brittany Broski with Cole Sprouse.
Yeah.
I love her. Like, he was like, oh! Yeah. He's like, there was a lot written about me. And I'm like, how do you deal with that? I would never recover.
It would be so weird. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be weird to think that people are just thinking about you like that without even knowing you. Yeah. Actually. But,
I mean,
maybe they feel honored. I don't know.
I know. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about the men that I've read. So,
yeah, same.
That's so funny. And I think that like was like also a pedestal for me, like reading fanfic. So like my fangirl phase that actually never was a phase. Like, it's just who I am. Like, loved One Direction. Like, I loved Justin Bieber when I was young. Loved One Direction. Still love One Direction. And now I love all four of them. And it's like that is also a core part of who I am, is like fangirl. Because you and I have been to 2 Harry Styles concerts together. A third one, we were at the same show. We just didn't know
together,
it.
Yeah.
And now we're going to a 4th show
in
New York in September.
I'm stoked.
I'm
so
excited.
That's crazy of us.
I know.
I've had to travel every single time I've seen him.
Because who's going to come to Utah? Where is he going to perform?
Styles.
The Delta Center, it's not big enough.
True.
And so, yeah. But I love him. I think I stuck to my guns with him.
Yeah,
like,
it started with One Direction, and then the fangirl just like seeped into Harry Styles.
Because I love all of them.
Yeah, same.
Because we've seen Niall. I've seen Louis.
And you saw One Direction in concert, which is, wow.
Top tier.
I
permanently get a gold medal for that experience.
Yeah. Wow. But I think about it all the time. I'm like, that is, we'll see if they get back together.
To be fair, Zayn had already left the band. So I didn't get to see Zayn. And that's why I'm trying to see Zayn this year, because I'm still mad that I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Because he left the band like 3 months before my concert. And I was pissed.
No wonder you're so affected.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You gonna wait like a few more months for the concert?
Yeah. And I remember we were in junior high when he left. It was 2015. And I'll cut out her name, but I was like best friend. So I went to this friend's house after school, but I had been crying, like sobbing my eyes out because my world just ended.
Yeah.
And her mom was like, stop crying. She's like, this is dumb. Like, you're being dumb. I literally had to have my mom come pick me up because I could not get myself together. And I went home and I kept crying and I was like, Mom, my life is over.
Yeah.
Everything's done. And she was like, yeah, it's going to be okay. But
it was a hyperfixation for sure. I think I was in like foods class when I found out. Yeah. And I remember there was a couple girls in there that like literally fell to the ground crying about it, and then they got checked out. So yeah,
texting their parents, please
like,
check me out of class.
I have to leave. So it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds silly, but it was. It was a big deal.
For people, I'm an empath.
So of course.
I feel everything. I genuinely feel everything so deeply, and so that was like really heartbreaking. That's why 11 years later, I still talk about it, and it's still. Like, imagine what life would be like if they had never broken up. I mean, we wouldn't have all this amazing music that we have from their solo stuff, but...
Yeah, true. And then our poor Liam dying. That's... I know.
That is traumatic.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. I was in Austria at the time, and I was, like, hours behind.
Oh.
You guys are, like, texting me. Yeah. I, like, wake up really... Maybe, like, 4 a.m. I have all these texts about it, and then I'm like, what is going on? And then I fell back asleep, and so I woke up again, and I was like, did I dream that? Did that really happen? But it really did. So it was weird.
I remember because I was in the group chat. By the way, our group chat name is Horse for Harry.
Horse for Harry with the number 4.
With the number 4. I wanted to be edgy, but I'm texting and I'm like forgetting that there's like this huge time difference for me and you, and I'm sobbing. I'm at work. I'm like, I had to keep it together at work. Obviously, I work with babies. But as soon as I leave, I'm like sobbing my eyes out. And I'm like, did you guys get the news? Did you guys see it? Abby's like, what are you talking about? And you're not responding. And I was like, Kinsey, wake up! The world is ending. And it was just, and Liliana, who's like also like my best friend, and she's like who I also talk about like One Direction stuff to. She was on her mission. So I had like no one to talk to. Yeah. And I was living with Emmy at the time. And so and she knew about it, you know, social media and stuff like that. I'm getting tens of texts, like 20, 30 people, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot of people to be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I heard about what happened. My family group chat, they're like, Bubby, we're so sorry that this happened. Like, are you okay? And for like a week after, I was sending daily updates of me crying, being like, still sad, but like better. Like, everyone was genuinely worried about my well-being.
Yeah, at the time.
And so I couldn't talk to Liliana. I couldn't talk to you until like the next day. It was so hard. It was
crazy. It was my time of abandoning you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I remember. Did you cry at all? And you don't cry, but
yeah, I'm not a huge crier. I don't think I cried. I just was shocked.
Do you know if Abby cried? Like if tears came out of Abby's eyes?
I don't think so.
You geese, like
I know.
I don't know how we're friends sometimes.
I think it's a good thing though.
Yeah.
Because I think we balance each other out.
Oh,
right?
for sure. You're rational, I'm irrational.
Yeah. But you know when I cry, like there's something that's
Yeah.
Really yeah.
And when I cry, it's just like what? There's 10,000 things I could be crying for.
It's probably healthier, so it's okay. You're just processing your emotions. I'm just
you live in them.
Yeah. Burying them deep.
That's fair. Sometimes I think that's my better option, but whatever. Let's talk about your experience in Austria. What the hell? You literally were like, the December before, you're like, hey, so I think I'm gonna go do this thing, and I was like,
yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was just I don't know. I graduated college really young, 2022. Mm-hmm. So I was 21. I wasn't 22 yet, and went straight into my career job, I guess. And I worked for a year and a half, and I do social work, and so it was hard. And I just don't know that I was like ready to be in my career.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, you're 22, you know, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it.
Yes.
And I always wanted to go do something like that. But I remember I think I got on like a TikTok like doom scroll about being an au pair. I was like, oh, this is like, I could totally do this because I had lots of childcare experience. And so yeah, I literally made a profile on like aupairworld.com. And then the next day, some lady messaged me and ended up being my host mom. She was like, hey, we're a family in Austria. We have 4 kids. Like, look at my resume thing. And if you are interested, then let's like connect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I looked at their resume and it was like totally everything I want. I checked all my boxes. So yeah, we had a phone call, and I think within like the span of 2 days, I had signed the contract and decided to go. And so I went up to my mom and I was like, Mom, like, this is gonna sound insane, but I'm gonna go to Austria in like 3 months for a year. And yeah, so I had to do like 100, I think a little over 100 German classes.
Holy cow.
Because to get my my visa, they require a certain amount of German, and so that was crazy. I think I went there only having 6 months of a visa because I had to do the second part of my German classes to get my second 6 months. So it just worked out though. It was so fun. I needed that. I really needed to get out of Utah and kind of just have my own independent experience. Utah's a bubble, so I was really, really lucky to have that experience. I got to travel like a lot. So the schedule was so flexible. I think I only worked 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday, and sometimes Thursdays. So I would usually have Friday through Sunday off, sometimes Thursdays through Sunday. So I did lots of weekend trips, and yeah, so I don't know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was so cool. I literally, I don't know, maybe you feel this way like about serving a mission, but I don't feel like it ever happened. Like I came back and I just went back to the same job, same, house and everything. And so it was weird for a while there. I was like, that was just a weird dream that didn't even happen. So I had to like kind of figure that out. It was kind of hard coming back and feeling like, oh, did I really do that?
It's like a fever dream.
Yeah.
You like blink and you have to like readjust to the lighting and stuff, and you're like, what happened? Like, did I actually do that?
Yeah.
And
I felt like I became a different person there. I grew into into someone that I think was trying to grow into, but I couldn't here just because I was so, I don't know, stuck in one spot. And so then coming back, it was hard not to just revert back to that old self.
Right.
And so I was like really wanting to hang on to, who I had become while I was there. But also kind of adjust a little bit to Utah culture and being an adult and having to actually make real decisions, because you can't just travel around Europe forever. But
and being an au pair, that's like a nanny.
Yeah, it's like a live-in nanny.
Yeah, live-in nanny.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize your schedule was like that. You had like, I saw the pictures. You're like in Spain, or you're like and I remember your dad came out with Caleb, and you guys went and traveled together.
Yeah.
And you did all this stuff, and I was like, it's so easy to travel when you're in Europe.
Yeah.
Once you're there, there's like trains, and like and flights are cheap.
Yeah.
So jealous. Yeah. I'm not a jet setter of any sort. Like, I want to be in my bed and in my house always, but that seems like such a cool, fun thing for other people to do.
It was so fun, and I'm a little bit the same way. Like I always say, I'm not an adventurous person because I don't like in my daily life. I don't like to be adventurous. I just want to go home and like hang out on the couch. But I think when it comes to traveling, I've been pretty adventurous. Yeah. So that's where I try to branch out. But
yeah, well, and you just went to the Maldives. Like, I guess a few months ago, last year. But,
yeah.
And you did like a 2-week scuba trip.
Yeah.
Like a diving trip.
That was the best trip of my life.
She's like, I'm not adventurous. She was like underwater for 2 weeks straight.
I know, literally.
On a ship.
Swimming with sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was so fun. I think that was my favorite trip I've ever done, which is crazy. So it was 2 weeks, literally on a boat. We were just in the middle of the ocean, and it wasn't even like a boat. Like it was like a boat. It wasn't like a ship.
Yeah.
It was just this teeny little boat, and we had these teeny little rooms. The bathroom in the boat was like the shower, the toilet, the sink. It was all the same. So you're basically showering
on the toilet.
Like, it's crazy. The toilet gets soaking wet. Like, there's no... It was so interesting. So, it was so fun. I've never felt more free in my whole life.
Period.
Like, didn't have to wear shoes. Just a different swimsuit every day.
Yeah, no clothes.
Yeah.
You didn't wear... You just wore a bathing suit.
Yeah, it was so fun. So,
that's so good. Yeah, I think I would get seasick. I don't think I do very well on water. Like, I like boating, but that's like 2-3 hours. And then you get on land.
Yeah.
I think I would. I probably would have killed myself. I don't think I would have fed myself to the sharks. I don't think
I would have been like, Mercy, let's go scuba diving. You're not going to do that with me?
No. If you're like, Mercy, there's a free scuba diving trip. All inclusive. You don't have to pay for anything. I'd be like, no, thanks. I wouldn't.
What?
No. Spontaneous, adventurous, not words people use to describe.
Whatever.
What? I'm not. I'm like, Faith could probably guess where I'm at any time of the day at this point because I do the same thing. I'm either at school, I'm at work, or I'm in my room. Those are like the only 3 places. And sometimes I'm with my friends. Like, I don't, and I like it that way. Sometimes I texted you about this probably 2 weeks ago, you and Abby, and I was like, I'm so bored with my life, I don't do anything. And then if I try and like plan something, or like try to do like be spontaneous, I'm like, I like get sick to my tummy. I like want to throw up. I can't do it. Like that's just not me. In some ways I'm like more spontaneous. I'm trying to say yes to more things this year. Like just be like willing to go. Like on New Year's Eve when you guys texted me the day of, I was getting ready in my bathroom, dry heaving, because I was like, this was not in my schedule. I had not planned this. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. What I was scared and nervous about.
We had such a good time.
It was so fun. 30 more minutes of fear and I wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably a good thing you didn't give me more time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to be like, I'm planning on inviting Mercy, but I'm not telling her until day of.
Well, depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, is this how you feel about, like, when you try and date? Like, do you feel that nervousness that...
Oh, absolutely.
Like, okay. Because like, I get that a lot with dating. I'm not adventurous or spontaneous at all. I hate it.
But also, if I have too much time to ruminate on the idea of going on a date, I will talk myself out of it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's a monster. It's a nightmare. I have so much anxiety for no reason. About nothing. Because I've never died. I've never been murdered. Like, I've never, like, yes, men have been gross and yucky to me. But, like, I don't have, like, any, like, solid reason other than, like, just fear of what could happen. And so, with dating, not that I do very much of it, but the couple times where I have been, like, spontaneous, it's pretty much fucked up my entire
Yeah. I can think of a few stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember, this was probably December of 2024. Yeah. And
You're like holding back, I can tell.
No, I'm trying. Let me be so open and honest. You know Nick Mose?
Yeah, of course.
Making out.
Yeah.
I don't do that. That's, first of all, kissing's gross.
Yeah.
Like, just think about the bacteria you are swapping. It's so yucky.
With a stranger you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what they
like,
do.
I'm a germaphobe. Like, I can't. In some ways, that disgusting. And everyone's like, it's because you haven't kissed, like, the right kind of guy. And I'm like, is there a right guy to exist? And some people say yes. I don't think so. But you just haven't kissed the right person. And usually it's men telling me that because they're trying to get me to kiss them. But I just say no and I walk away. Anyway, but back in 2024, I was like, I just need to make out with someone because maybe that's just who I need.
Exposure therapy.
I was like, maybe that's who I'm gonna be now. Is like someone who like is okay with dating around and like can date around. I was like, maybe I just need to like try it. So I reached out to this kid I had gone on a date with like 3 years before, when I first moved to Provo. We went on a date. He's the first mutual date I had ever gone on.
Provo, mutual. These are some red flags.
I know, all of it's bad. And by the way, that first time, he took me to the mountains.
Oh,
in
classic.
the night. Listen to music. Fucking stupid. And I'm the kind of girl who's like,
let's go on a drive. That's so Utah.
Yeah. And he's like, let's go on a drive and listen to music. And I love music. Sharing music like is a love language for me, I've recently found out. And so I was like totally down. I was like, sure. And he was cute. Not cute. But he was like cute enough, and I was excited to like, I liked that he liked me. Mm-hmm. Like I still like that. I love when people like me. It makes me feel like good. And so I was like, sure, yeah, let's go. And my roommates, I love them. There were 6 of us in this tiny basement apartment, 2 people per room. And all of them were like, Mercy, you've got this, you can go. They helped me pick an outfit. I felt so good. And I was like, okay, he shows up in sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And I was like,
of course.
I was like,
probably
okay.
spent I'm 20 seconds deciding.
I'm like wearing jeans, like just jeans and like a blouse, like, or not even a blouse, just like a nice, not like regular t-shirt. And I was like, okay, whatever. Which, to be fair, we were just like going to the mountains to listen to music. We get up there, and he's super nice to me. We get like cuddly in the car. It's like embarrassing. Anyway, and I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna kiss you. I don't kiss on the first date. That's just not what I do. Took me home. He just took me home. And
turns around.
Like, didn't turn around, turned the car back on.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, okay, cool. And I was like, okay, I feel like the stupidest fucking bitch I've ever in the world. I was so mad, so embarrassed. Whatever. Never talked to him again. Up until this point, 3 years later. And I was like, well, if I want to make out with someone, I know who to call. So I start messaging this kid on Instagram. Every once in a while, he'll just message me to see like, are you single? Are you available? And I'm like, no, leave me alone. And so, obviously, the first time I reciprocate, he's like, yeah, let's get together. What are you doing? Nice. And so, I was like, hey, let's hang out. Like, let's go get drinks or something. And he's like, yeah, okay, drinks. Swig. And so, very Provo, very Utah.
Get a soda.
But yeah, let's go get a dirty soda and let's hang out. And he's like, okay, cool. So, we meet up at a local swig in Provo. Yeah. And he's like, can you drive? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so we get in my car. He doesn't get a drink, but I was like, we came here to get drinks, so I'm going to get a drink. And
he took you to get drinks and he didn't get one? That would piss me
off.
off.
And I paid for my own drink.
Okay.
It wasn't, I guess it technically wasn't a date. Like, we're like, let's hang out. And so, also, men have no chivalry anymore. Like, that doesn't exist. And so I get a drink. I pay for my own drink. And we're just driving around. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I don't know. We didn't, like, establish, like, a place. Like, I'm just driving. He's like, well, park the car. And I was like, okay. And when I knew what I was getting. Let's go back. I was getting in this car to make out with this guy. Like, that was the goal. I had talked to my roommates about it. I talked to my therapist about it. Okay. I said, Rachel, Papa, I'm going to go make out with this kid. She goes, why? I said, I feel like I just need to do it. I need the exposure. She goes, how is that going to make you feel after? I said, that's not what we're doing here. I said, I'm in charge.
You're like, I'm just telling you because.
I was like, and I told her, I was like, I'm going to do it. I just need you to know because if it ends badly, I want you to know. She goes, I'll see you next week. And I said, okay. Okay. And so everyone knew that what I was doing. I had shared my location with my sister-in-law, made sure that, like, everyone knew, not everyone knew what I was doing, but like people knew where I was going.
You're such a planner.
I have anxiety.
You're planning everything.
I planned a Nick mode.
That's actually the opposite of the definition of Nick mode, but okay.
Yeah. And so we go, I park the car, but I parked it like on a busy street because I was flustered. Yeah. And the conversation I'm having with this kid is disgusting. The first thing he brings up is porn.
Oh, okay.
He goes, yeah, you know, stepbrother porn. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, you know, stepbrother porn. I was like, no, I actually don't have a lot of, like, I don't know a lot about pornography myself. No shame, but I don't. Yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, I don't either. It just, like, comes up on my feed. And I was like, well,
Oh, okay.
It doesn't just come
up.
I was like, I guess sometimes, I know for males, like, a lot of their, like, without even trying, their algorithm will, like, get, like, naked women because they know they're male. Yeah. But I was like, but you have to try to, like, have it keep coming. And he's like, yeah, sometimes it just shows up, like, on my For You page. And I was like, yeah, okay. So that was, like, the first thing I was like, I don't want to do this. I was like, the first thing this guy talks to me about is pornography.
You know.
Crazy. Like, just, like, even, like, for friends. Mm-hmm. It's not like I come in like, hey, Kins, let me tell you about this porn I saw. Never. Like, that's just that's not, like, the first thing I would tell you. No. Yeah. So I was just, like, immediately uncomfortable. And then he's, like, telling me, like, he's in school, but he doesn't really have a path that he wants to do. He's like, I'm doing communications because I feel like I need to do communications and blah, blah. And I was like, that's super hot. I love a man who, like, knows what he wants to do with communication. For sure. Like, and so I was just like, what am I doing? Like, I hate the sound of his voice, and he's uglier than I remember. And I was like, oh my God, like, what did I get? But I was like, we have a goal. Didn't matter who he was. Like, I just needed a body. Okay. That sounds horrible, but it's kind of true. And so we're sitting there, and, like, this is, like, 40 minutes in, and he's like, so are you seeing anyone? Like, that's when he wanted to clarify. Like, thinking I'm the kind of girl who would get in a car with a guy. Yeah, if you were in a relationship. Yeah. And I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not seeing anyone. Are you seeing anyone? He's like, no. And I was like, cool. And I'm guessing he had this plan just as much as I did, because then his roommate calls him. He's like, hey, are you coming home soon? He's like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm just catching up with a friend, blah, blah, blah. And they chatted on speaker for a minute, and I was like, okay. And then he hangs up, and I was like, oh, like, who are your roommates, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, he didn't seem like into me, so I was like, oh, you should set me up with one of them one day. And he was like, oh no. He's like, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. And I was like, a good guy? I was like, I'm a good girl. And he goes, no, you're not. And I was like, what? Whoa. He goes, I can tell you're super edgy.
That's definitely a word I would use to describe you, so.
Me! Look at me. I look like Shirley Temple right now. With my curly hair and my cardigan sweater.
Yeah, edgy in your cardigan, yeah.
And it's because to other members, I technically am edgy. Because I have tattoos and I have piercings and I say the fuck word. Yeah. And so, like, I'm really, like, I've gone off the rails. Crazy. And at this time and now, an active, like, go to the temple every week member. Mm-hmm. So crazy for this man to be like, no, he's a good guy. Like, I can tell you're not a good girl. And I was like, that was kind of my last straw where I was like, what the fuck am I doing in this car? Yeah. And I was like, I shouldn't do this. And he was like, no, yeah. He's like, I can tell you're just not, like, a good girl. Like, I wouldn't ever set you up with him. Like, he's a good guy. And I was, like, genuinely so offended. Oh, that's so mean. That's just plain fucking rude. Yeah, that's just rude. I was like, what? And to be fair, like, I did still kiss him. And so, like, that's
okay, so how did we get to the point where we're kissing him?
Okay, sorry. Insane. Long story. Tells me I'm not good. And I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, so should I take you back to your car? And he's like, yeah, that'd be good. And he just turns to me and goes, is it okay if I kiss you? After everything that said, he goes, is it okay if I kiss you? And I was like, yes. Because I was like, still had a goal. Everything that led up to that, so yucky, so bad. So yucky, so bad. But I was like, yes, sure. Because that's why I was there. I knew I had a plan. So
stick to the plan.
Yeah, I'm a plan girl. So he kisses me, and it is just mustache in my mouth and tongue in my mouth. Like, there's no, like, kissing foreplay. There's no, like, pecs. There's no, like, nothing. It's just, like, immediately, like, tongue and mustache, and he has thin lips. But, like, if you know what you're doing, you can make thin lips work. Yeah. He just, no. And so I was like, no, I start laughing, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, not laughing, like, painfully laughing. Like, not like, it wasn't funny at the time. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't do this very often. Like, I haven't kissed anyone in a really long time. Like, he's like, well, you're kissing me like you're in junior high. And I was like, well, you're putting your tongue in my mouth. And, like, I was like, I don't know. And he's like, you just have to do it. Like, you just have to do it. And I was like, okay, I was like, I guess if you're like patient with me, like we can try again.
So he's trying to give you like a kissing lesson right now.
I wish I would have taken one.
He's giving you tips.
I would have taken. No, he didn't tell me what to do. He just told me I was bad.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay, I guess we can like try again, and like if you'll be like nice to me and like patient. He's like, yeah, okay. So then I don't like where his hands are touching my body first. Like that bothers me. He has his hand in my hair. I have curly hair. Don't put your hand in my hair. It's frizzy now. Mm-hmm. And so like he's just touching me, and I'm sitting there kissing him in my car, in my sacred place. My body turned like this over the stick shift of my car with the thing, and he's kissing me, and I'm just like contemplating my life. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? And so then I stop him for a second time, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I cannot do this. I thought I could. Like, I'm so sorry I can't do this. I guess I need more feelings, like more emotion, like to do this. And he goes, you don't have feelings for me? And I was like, no, I don't know you. And I was like, and you don't have feelings for me? He goes, you don't know that? I was like, I do know that. Tell me 3 things that I've talked about myself since we've been in this car. Like, he was just like, fine. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to waste your time. He's like, it's fine. Like, just start driving. He's like pissed. And I was like, okay. And he goes, oh, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but basically he was like, you're probably just a lesbian. Because I didn't like kissing him.
This story alone is making me a lesbian, so.
He's like, you're probably just a lesbian. Or you just like younger guys and you're a cougar. And I was like,
well, okay, get this man out of your car.
I was like, no, I think I like my aged men. Like I'm trying to defend myself. He legit said, he's like, well, you must be a lesbian or you must love like younger guys. And I was like, technically you're like a year younger than me, so like whatever. And I was like, no. And he's like, just drive, like just take me back to my car. And I was like, okay. So we sit there and we're driving in silence. Oh. Tears are welling up behind my eyes. I'm trying not to cry. And he goes, right as we pull up, because we're only like 5 minutes away from the place, he goes, hey, let me know if you can get me this friend's number. Because there was a friend of mine that he liked, that he wanted to get her number. I'll cut this out, but he had like seen that we were mutual friends, and he saw her on mutual and was like, I really like her, you should set us up. And I was like, oh no. I was like, yeah, okay. And that's how he left my car. Slams the door. He's like, let me know if you can get me that girl's number. Slams the door, leaves, and I just start sobbing my ass out.
Oh, mercy.
And for hours and hours and hours, I'm crying. And it was a mess, and that's the last time I kissed somebody, and I was like,
okay.
So I don't think I'm a Nick Mo girl. I don't think I got called a lesbian. I got called a cougar. I got called edgy and like not good enough for like a sweet Mormon boy. And I was like, yeah. So if anybody is ever wondering why I don't date or don't kiss people, just know that's the baseline of my experience with men.
Yeah. Well, that's a great good experience for you.
I feel like that's such a Provo story.
I can understand now why you're really eager to get back out there, you know.
And I just ended a situationship after 6 months for the 3rd time.
Let's clap. Let's clap.
Yay! Mercy!
No more situationship.
And I probably will actually be done with this.
Good.
And you're the one I called after it ended, so you're my girl.
I'm glad I'm good at getting you out of situationships.
Yeah, Kinsey.
Yeah.
And after my mission, I was dating this guy. We weren't dating. But in my head, we were dating. My 20-year-old brain, we were dating. And he was he was so mean to me. It was before that term was even, like, used. Yeah. He was so mean to me. I called you every single night because he made me cry every single day. And I remember the last night, he was, like, the worst to me that he had ever been. And I called you, and you said, either you break up with him or I'm telling It was the friend I was living with at the time.
I knew what to do.
It was my ultimatum because I had not told this friend anything. We shared a bedroom, but I did not tell her anything about what was happening because she was going to be mad at me about it. And you were the only friend who like was on my side throughout the whole thing because she would have been right. And I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate being wrong. And that was like the only thing that could like
shake you. Yeah. I was like trying to think what's gonna pull you out of it. Yeah. I think you knew. It needed to be done.
If you don't break up with him, I'm gonna
I'll tell you that.
And I was like, oh shit. And I did.
I'm honestly surprised that's what got you.
I was pretty afraid of how people were gonna perceive me at that time.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we've all been there.
How's dating going for you?
Oh, you already know it's going. It's definitely. No, I don't know. I'm also the world's worst dater. I always call myself a nun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, these days I'm just a nun. I'm so comfortable being single that dating is hard.
You're also like, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're confident, and like genuinely okay with being with yourself. I think that's intimidating to men.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Like, you're educated. A lot of men aren't educated anymore. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to do hard things.
Yeah.
I think that's really intimidating for them.
Yeah. Dating's been hard. I've had a hard time dating after I decided to stop going to church.
Yeah.
Because it's just a whole different ballgame. And I don't know. It's hard to find the right type of person when you've left that community. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Is it harder now dating like people who, not that I think you would like not date someone if they were a member, but like just finding someone who aligns with you is probably a non-member.
Yeah.
Is it harder dating now as a non-member than it was like as a member? Like,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that there's less access to meeting people now because I mean before, you could go to like the young single adults ward, and kind of meet people that way. And there were a lot of people in my life when I was a little bit, a couple years younger, that I would have been interested in dating at the time. Yeah. But again, it's like I'm totally open to dating someone who has different faith, values than me. But it's hard with the LDS religion specifically because there is a certain expectation for marriage. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to meet people, and I don't fuck with that. Yeah. So,
and that's the thing. It's like it's even harder when you're not on the apps. Mm-hmm. Like it's harder. Yeah. To be fair, I probably have it easier because I go to a school where I live in a state where majority people are members, so I do have like quote easier access than you with non-members. But
yeah, it's hard too because I have always said I kind of need someone who has been LDS or knows a lot about it because I don't feel like a never member is going to understand my brand of weird. Yeah. So because you're just weird.
It's the culture shock.
Yeah. I just I need someone to understand kind of what I went through there and how I'm still processing it and dealing with it today. And so yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. You just get so comfortable not dating that then getting back out and dating is hard. Yeah. So I don't know. Dating's just kind of been nothing lately.
Yeah. And I was talking to my therapist about this the other day because like every other session I probably break down crying. I'm like, and why am I single? I'm so great. Yeah. And she tells me, she's like, because I tell her all the time, like, I could be married to just like any guy off the street.
Yeah, it's not
like,
hard.
That's a lot of people do that here anyway. And so it's like I could just like pick one and marry them. And she's like, but you wouldn't be happy. And like you are ambitious and you're smart and you're kind and you're all of these things. And if you just married someone, like you'd be miserable. And I was like, yeah, but like the problem is like now I'm so content by myself. And she goes, yeah, Mercy, lots of women are. There are quite literally like other like philosophers and psychologists in the world studying the fact that women are realizing that they don't need men anymore. And so like men are just like kind of like slowly on this decline of like getting married and stuff because women are like, but I have my girlfriends and I have my job and I have my education and I have these things. And men are like, well, I don't want to go to school and I don't want to work hard and I don't want to do, not every man, that's a generalization, but like, women are just like skyrocketing and like we're doing whatever the fuck we want and like being happy about it. And men are like, why don't they want me? Yeah. All I do is sit at home and with my hand in my pants and play video games. I'm like, yeah, I would be sad and lonely too. Yeah. And I think like, especially someone like you, again, like it's intimidating to like,
I don't feel like I'm not intimidating, but
not like personality wise, but like
right.
being smart and like paying your own rent, like that's intimidating.
So intimidating. I always say when people are like, "Oh, you're so smart," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I think a couple months ago, I genuinely had a connecting flight in Phoenix, and I thought it was in Texas. So I don't know how smart we are.
Geography's different though.
Yeah,
you got street smarts.
Yeah,
you have a bachelor's degree.
Oh, of course.
You're a genius. You know how smart you think. I think you know how smart I think you are.
Yeah, I know. Because you're my number one. You know, number one fan.
I'm your number one fan forever and always. Yeah. Anyway, men are just like so useless at the time, and it's hard to like get out of that mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This last guy that I was in a situationship, I think he was genuinely intimidated by me, just by my emotional maturity.
Yeah. Yeah, I could tell that just from your interactions. You know, you were giving him so much grace and support and like willing to, I don't know, make it work almost. And he just was not reciprocating he was just not on your level at all. So, yeah.
So I feel like it's even shittier when you and I go out to try and date people and they're like, well, you're too scary because you're good. And I'm like,
what does that mean?
Like, you don't want to date me because I'm too good?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I want to try and I want to, like, be smart about this and I want to communicate. And they're like, no, I don't like that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like, that's a different kind of hurt, I feel like, that I experienced. I'm sure you've experienced of, like, well, you're just too good. I'm like, and you don't want?
Too good for, like, it's not me, it's you. Don't worry. Yeah.
You don't want someone good?
Yeah.
You don't want someone emotionally intelligent and like...
Yeah, it's like, how am I too good and still not enough for you? So
say that again.
Crazy.
That's... Yeah, so if anyone ever asks us, and we already agree on this anyways, when people are like, well, why are you single? I'm like, because look at the fuck-ass shit I have to deal with out there.
Yeah.
Like, it's genuinely a nightmare.
Yeah, it's I do feel like people are realizing it more and more. Like, my parents just give me a lot of like, oh, you just need to like put yourself out there, you need to try, or other family members too that are like older, like, I can't believe that you don't date. And now it's totally changing. They're like, I understand why you don't, and I've seen it, and I know that's hard. So that narrative is kind of changing too.
That's good. Do you think, I don't know if you had a lot of experience with this, but do you think the men in Europe were any better?
No. If anything, they're worse because they take a lot longer to grow up.
Yeah. Because they get to travel around the world. It's
very much of their culture that, like, I'm going to graduate from school and just, like, spend 8 years having a little bit of I'm just figuring things out.
They have an 8-year gap year?
Yeah, basically, yeah, an 8-year gap year. Yeah, kind of like that. Like, I would meet so many guys or girls just saying, oh yeah, I'm just kind of figuring things out. And they'd be older than me, and they'd be, I don't even know, have nothing together, but it's so much more normalized, so you don't feel so, like, put down like you do here. It's like, oh my gosh, if you're not married by 21 and have a, baby by 23, and you're a disappointment. It's totally different. So I don't know. I didn't really do much dating over there, so I guess I can't really say. Yeah. But
just the overall culture, you could tell. But yeah. Have you seen on Instagram? There's this thing. I see lots of proposals. That's my algorithm is a lot of wedding stuff. Actually, it's kind of embarrassing. But there's this trend going around of like a video of your proposal, and over it is like, "I waited my turn." Have you seen those?
No.
I will show you.
Yeah, I need to see this.
But it's like just know I waited my turn. And these girls are like 22. I'm like, oh yeah, you waited your turn. No hate, a little bit of hate. But I'm like, yeah, you waited your turn. I'm 26. Mm-hmm. Like there's quite literally this 22-year-old who's like, this beautiful video. Like, I would not have been mad about her getting engaged. Mm-hmm. Like, but the fact that she goes, just know I waited my turn. 22. Her boyfriend just came back from his mission.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she waited long.
I'm like, you graduated a whole 4 years ago, and like that was really hard, and you waited your turn. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, that's Utah. Mm-hmm. Like, that's
it's a very unique culture. So
it's so gross. And I know like one day when I get engaged, fingers crossed, and I get married and I meet someone, like I would never say that, but like there will be women older than me being like, why do you get that before me? So I understand like there's like like I'm boohooing now about being single and not being married and having what I want, and then there's a 32-year-old out there who's like like, but you have more time than I do, or you know, like there's obviously tons of ranges of that. But it's really hard for me here when my 21-year-old friends, my 20-year-old friend who I love to death, and she's like, I just want to be married and I'm so old. And I was like, you graduated a year and a half ago. Like you just graduated. Yeah. And it's just, and I shouldn't be as mad at her as I am and at these people. It's the culture. And a lot of it is like the church culture that
like what you're taught is
pushes you to that.
Yeah.
It's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It is, for sure. I had that. I mean, a little bit. I would be like, you know, years ago. How many years now? Like 4 years ago? Yeah. 20, almost 26. But I had a hard time letting go of a life that I thought I was promised. And just like, you get kind of impatient because everyone's, you know, getting there so young. And so the older that you get, the like, but we're still so young. So yeah, I think, you know what Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is a good example of? Not getting married before your frontal lobe has developed.
Oh God, yeah, those girls are fucking idiots.
There you go.
Like all of them. Ugh, yeah, and they all have kids, like to add to the chaos, which I feel bad about. Like it is shitty for all of them, not just because they chose that, but yeah. Like, and even my friends, like my best friends who got married young, they don't regret getting married young, but they're like, and also they recognize like this and this and this way harder than if we had just waited to be like adults to get married. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I bet. And so like a huge part of me is grateful that I didn't get married young. Because I mean, every other month I have a mental breakdown. So like I'm still learning so much about my mental health and like how to deal with my chronic depression and stuff that I'm like, well, good thing I don't have a baby through this, and good thing I don't have to like drag my husband. Like if I married the right guy, obviously you wouldn't be dragging him. Yeah. But like marrying at 19, like another 19-year-old, like what would he know? And so I do like, I'm grateful for God, the universe, whoever you want to put in that position, like guiding me to where I am now. Because genuinely, I think I'm better off in the space that I am now than if I were trying to balance a mortgage and a baby and a job and a husband and school.
Yeah, you know? I think so, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be... I mean, people do it, and the ones that do, wow, that's amazing.
No, and they do, and they're happy about it. Yeah. And I think that's great.
Yeah, just not everyone's path. No. So, yeah.
Yeah, so me and you will be young at the Waikiki.
Oh, yeah.
The silent disco. Me with my Coca-Cola shots and living my dream.
Yeah, trying to get you out to the Waikiki.
That was fun. We had such a fun time we did. On New Year's Eve, and I'm grateful that you guys...
Oh, we had more fun because you were there. So, yeah.
Yeah, because then I could take you to the local McDonald's at 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh. The only McDonald's open in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, everyone was there.
The only food place open.
Yeah,
so
funny.
Yeah, sat in line for 45 minutes just to get food that wasn't good.
Chicken nuggets, and they didn't have any sauce left.
Nope.
I was so pissed. And the next day, I don't drink. I was the DD. I felt so horrible. I was like, am I hungover?
Have you ever stayed up that late?
Till 4 a.m?
Yeah.
No. Never in my life. Why would I?
Because you're young and fun.
No, I'm
cute,
not.
And you gotta go out.
I'm 26. I'm digging my grave. I'm still so young.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you guys are so fun. And I remember you were like, I don't even feel anything. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm fine.
I'm like, okay. It was always a thing in Austria to go out. You didn't even go out till midnight. Like that's the time you go out, and then you'd be riding the train home. The sun's coming up, and you just
go out till midnight, girl.
Yeah,
I'm in bed at 10:30.
I know. Well, same now. I'm like, I don't know who that girl was. It's a different girl.
Do you think being in Austria helped you feel like you're young? Because I know we've talked about like how being in Utah, it's like when you're 21, you feel, and not married, like you feel like you're old. Do you think like the staying out late and like the doing the fun, those are fun things. Like that's exciting. Like I wish I could go back in time maybe and experience that. I wouldn't want to do that now. I think I'm way too like decrepit to do that at my age. But I really am young. I need to change that mindset. But do you think like your time in Austria helped with that?
Yes, I think so. I mean, I feel old and tired now.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
You have a hard job.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like hard to find that capacity to do any of those like young fun things now because I'm working so much and stuff. But I do. I felt so like old and washed up at 23 before I left, right? Yeah. Like no, which is just kind of like how you feel here in this culture. Yeah. But going there and kind of seeing that other people were still figuring their lives out at 30 or whatever, and not in a rush. Yeah. Made me feel like I'm not in a rush now. So I do kind of, I think it made me feel young.
Because I think being around you,
it
reminds you that you're young. You help me feel that. Because every time we talk, I'm like, ugh, I'm not old. Like we're barely a year apart. Like I'm a year older than you, but like 11 months. Mm-hmm. But talking to you, I'm always like put back into perspective. I'm like, 26 is so young.
Yeah.
Like 26, like.
You have so much time.
So much time. Yeah.
Like
my brother's 29. He's turning 30 this year, and he's like, I can't wait to turn 30. Then my life will start. And I'm like, your life is over.
No, I've heard this at your 30s. 30s are the new 20s. Yeah. Literally. Like I hear from so many people. Like I feel way better at whatever 30 whatever than I did at 20, 25. Like it's I think your 20s are honestly like shit.
Yeah.
And that's what they're kind of there for, because you learn a lot and you are just kind of, I don't know, kind of stuck in this limbo a little bit in your 20s. And then I think once you're in your 30s, you kind of have a little more of a foundation. You've been to school probably, you've got a job, you're making money, I don't know. So it's just a little more like you can do what you want, I guess.
That's so nice. I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I hope when we get there that's true.
Yeah, I do too. I hope so too. Yeah. So.
But I really didn't feel like I understood even myself until 24 hit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, once I was 24, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually not a walking piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not, like, I cared so much, I still do, but, like, I cared so much about, like, my appearance and, like, how other people perceive me. These things still exist, and I don't think that ever really goes away, but once I was 24, I was like, oh, what really matters is, like, how I feel about myself, and that, like, and I stopped being like, I'm ugly, and I'm this, I'm like, I'm not ugly, I'm not dumb, I'm really smart, like, even, like, those silly, simple, like, they're not silly, they're real, but like those simple, like self-esteem things, like they really clicked. Yeah. So that makes sense that like in your 30s, you're like, well, that's already clicked for me. Mm-hmm. Not always. People struggle with that, but like, I hope and I fucking pray that I'm making the money, I'm finished with school, and I have like the confidence to be like, I'm gonna go travel and I'm gonna go do these things.
Yes. Yeah.
Do the fun things. Or get married and have kids, like whatever, life, but like I can do it confidently rather than like my 21-year-old brain being like, you don't matter.
Yeah.
No one loves you.
Yeah, and I know you will. Like, I know you're gonna get to that point, even though it's hard to see it when it's like yourself, but we're gonna be so fun.
We're gonna be so
fun.
Of
our lives.
I know. Yeah. Once we're both done with like our master's programs, because you're gonna get started on it probably similar to when I get started on mine. Yeah. And we're making big girl money.
Oh boy. Oh.
We'll manifest it.
Well, we're manifesting here. This is a space to manifest.
This is a space of manifestation. God, the universe, all.
Yeah.
So we'll do all of it. Anything you believe is possible here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting. Well, this is my whole third episode, but in my podcast, I want to ask this question that kind of ties to the name of the podcast and the meaning of the podcast. And I did send it to you in advance so that we're not all scared and confused. But the question is, what works for you? And in essence, I'm asking, like, what is your weird, quirky, normal or abnormal thing that helps you function through life, that makes, that you think is probably just a you thing, but can be, like, universal, but that adds peace and, like, alignment to your life. So what works for you?
I love this question. That's so fun. Okay, one thing that I say in my life a lot these days is I don't do anything I don't want to do. Which I say that and people are like, well, if you don't do anything you don't want to do, like, don't make yourself uncomfortable, then you're not going to get anywhere. But I don't feel like what I'm trying to say. I do still do things that put me out of my comfort zone. Like
right.
going on a scuba diving trip for 2 weeks was definitely like I didn't have my scuba certification. Like I had put myself out there for that, get uncomfortable, do that, learn something new. So I don't think that that's necessarily what I mean there, but I don't do anything I don't want to do. And so if I don't want to go on that date, I'm not going to go on that date.
Yeah.
I do feel like a lot of my life, and maybe this is growing up religious, but you kind of just have to do things you don't want to do.
Be obedient.
All the time. Like, no, I don't want to talk in church. But of course you say yes, because there is no saying no. Things like that. Like, you can't say no to that boy who asked you out on a date. Like, that's rude. You have to go. Yeah. Things like that. So that's kind of it's been working for me, I think. I don't know if you've noticed that in my life in any way, but yeah, if there's something I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So,
yeah. I think I love that. That's beautiful. I think that comes with that like frontal lobe progression that we've got, because I agree with you in the sense of like it's not like you're not growing. You're still growing. You're still doing the hard things. You're dating people you want to date and like doing things that will actually benefit you, but not doing things that people just want you to do.
Yes. Yeah. I think I've lived a lot of my life just going off of what other people want, not what I want, and that's still a journey for me, because there's still a lot of things that I don't do in my life that I wish I could, because I'm afraid of what other people are going to think, what my family's going to think, my friends are going to think, and so I just don't do it, even though I would love to live my life a certain way. So I think it's a journey. It's going to be throughout my whole life process, but yeah, there's a lot more things that I do now that I'm like, I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do it. And so yeah, that's my little life motto at the moment.
I love that. And I have noticed that about you. But I feel like that has always existed in you in a certain way. And I think it's because we have always been able to be ourselves around each other.
Yeah.
There's never been any sort of masking between you and I.
Yeah.
But
and I hope it makes the things that I do choose to do more meaningful. Like, I'm here on your podcast today because I want to be here. Because I love you and I want to support you, and I might be a terrible guest, but here we are. So I hope that it makes people feel like, I want to be in their space, participating in something with them, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, just trying to make those things more meaningful in that sense, but, I don't know.
No, that has so much
that's
power.
A good answer
I got
for you.
chills. I love that. I think that just proves like the kind of person you are. And I think that means so much. First of all, you always show up for me, but like when you show up for people, you're going to do that because I wanted to.
Yeah.
Period. I love you, Kinsey.
Yeah. Oh, I love you too.
Thank you
for having me.
Thank you so much for coming to my basement and
I love a basement. Basements are my favorite place.
Chatting with me about your life and my shitty dating experiences, and
I could do it all day.
So thank you for being here. I love you so much.
Love you.
Yay!